Did Allah will shirk for us?
No.
No, He ordered us not to commit shirk. This is the will that we know. The will that we don't know, we cannot use it as an excuse. You see? And this is this distinction between the two types of wills of Allah. The first is the order. Allah ordered you to worship Him alone. The second is the will to be. I don't know that. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replied on them. He said, قل ايش الآية؟
سيقول الذين أشركوا لو شاء الله ما أشركنا ولا حرمنا من شيء كذلك فعل الذين من قبلهم حتى ذاقوا بأسنا هل عندكم من علم فتخرجوه لنا؟
Allah is saying قل هل عندكم من علم فتخرجوه لنا. Your statement that Allah has willed for you that nothing occurs from you but shirk. Okay, where did you get this knowledge from? Who told you this? This is the will of Allah. No one knows but Allah. Okay, the will to be is only known by Him, and we can only know it when it comes, when it happens. Before that, it's with Allah only. Yeah, you see.
What it sounds to me like is He's telling you what to do,
right,
but He's giving you the option of deciding for yourself what to do.
Of course.
And a lot of people make the mistake of deciding for themselves and picking wrong.
Right.
Because it's easier to do what's wrong than it is to do what's right.
It's a deceit.
Yes,
You know?
it's ihsan. I mean, it's part of belief.
Right.
I mean, you have to believe. Al-Qadr. I mean, what He wills, you cannot change. That's true. But He also gave you 5 common senses. He gave you, the ability to choose right and wrong. So what you're going to choose, wrong or right?
It depends on how easy you want to make it on yourself. It's always easier to do wrong.
No, I think the issue here is maybe it's the permission of shirk. Since Allah has punished devils from the first day, the permission the devils sought from Almighty Allah.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, because of these creatures of yours, you've doomed me. And I think he took permission from Allah. He promised, and Allah gave him permission that, okay, go. And whosoever out of them you can seduce them with whatever you want. You have the power. But whosoever follows you out of his own decision, you and them will be used to feel.
Right. Exactly.
So it's just a choice.
I know it's a choice, but
it's a choice. But whosoever follows what is wrong is following devils. That is why
because they're picking the easiest way to go.
Right. They think it's easy, but actually they are picking the difficult. You see, whenever you go against the orders of Allah, a lot of difficulties will occur. Okay, the difficulties are not just prison and this and that. The difficulties could be moral. And a lot of troubles in the thinking and in the heart, and not only the physical pain of the heart, but the uncomfort that one feels in himself. Okay, and the vagueness, the sadness, a lot of things, combination of things morally. This is all punishment for the person, and he doesn't count it. He only counts what he feels. Oh, I have money. Oh, I have this, and I have that. Okay. And then a lot of people, despite what they find in themselves, they still think no, they are doing the right thing. It's as if they are knowingly cheating themselves. And this is only the punishment in this life, and what faces them in the hereafter is the real punishment. So this is another statement of the Prophet ﷺ showing the weakness of the creation or the creatures, that since they are weak, then they don't deserve to be worshipped. The only one who deserves to be worshipped is the perfect in his strength, the perfect in his mind. the perfect, the creator, the provider. And then the next hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, again the same hadith but different wordings. So I will skip this hadith, the same wordings, exactly the same verse that we mentioned earlier. The next chapter is again proofs of Tawheed, that no one should be worshipped but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is under the title of Ash-Shafa'ah, seeking intercession. I know we have mentioned before a lot of details about the intercession, but this is to show that what the Arabs used to do in their time is only to seek intercession with angels or saints. That was their worship of other than Allah, intercession. In other words, they did not believe that the angels create or provide or anything, any other thing that no one deserves but Allah, or no one do but Allah. And they only thought that the angels were the daughters of God, and that since they are close to Allah, they intercede between them and Allah. Okay? And they worshipped also other humans because they thought they were pious people close to Allah, and that they bring them closer to Allah. And they said that. They said, مَا نَعْبُدُهُمْ إِلَّا لِيُقَرِّبُونَ إِلَى اللَّهِ زُلْفًا. We only worship them to bring us closer to Allah, to be the mediators between us and Allah, to carry our needs to Allah. Okay, this is their worship. Otherwise, to them, Allah is the creator, He is the Lord, He is the master, He is above His throne, He is the most merciful, He has all the perfect attributes, and so on. All this they believed in. The only shirk they had is this intercession. Okay? And despite that, Allah considered them idol worshippers and non-Muslims, and He ordered the Messenger ﷺ to carry the message to them to become Muslims and to worship Allah alone. Now, regarding the intercession, we mentioned before that in the Book of Allah there are two types of intercessions which are mentioned. One type which is denied intercession. ليس لهم من دون الله من ولي ولا شفيع. They have no one to intercede for them with Allah. Okay, this is a denial of intercession. But in other verses we have من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه لا يشفعون إلا لمن ارتضى. That the intercessors cannot intercede but after Allah's permission, and they cannot intercede for anyone that Allah is displeased with his action. Okay, so we have a denied intercession and an approved intercession. The denied is for those who worship other than Allah. No one can intercede for them. Not even the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, not even any prophet, not any angel. As Allah said in the Quran, there are so many angels in heavens, but yet they do not own to intercede for anyone. Okay. وكم من ملك في السماوات لا تغني شفاعتهم من الله شيئا. There are so many angels in heavens, countless. You see, billions, upon billions, upon billions, upon billions, and you will not even be close. Okay? But none of them can intercede without the permission of Allah. And they are angels, not saints, much, much better than human saints. They are constantly worshipping Allah. And yet, No one amongst them dares to intercede for someone who worships other than Allah. And no one amongst them dares to intercede for someone who worships Allah without his permission first. That's why Allah says in the Quran, قُلْ لِلَّهِ الشَّفَاعَةُ جَمِيعًا. Say, all intercession belongs only to Allah. Just like all creation belongs to Him. Just like all provision is from Him. Intercession is like that. Therefore, anyone who says, I want to seek the intercession of some pious people who are dead in the grave.
Who declared them pious and who said they were saints?
That's right.
Even if they were saints.
Because, all right, who said?
Yeah.
I don't know of any saint that Allah said, you're a saint.
Right.
You know, and being former Catholic, you look at some of the ways that people become saints.
Yes.
And you look at their lives,
Yeah.
if you study their lives, they did more sinning than Hitler.
You're right, you're right, you're right. So even if you know that this grave is a prophet in there, okay, if you know for sure, he cannot intercede for you now. You are asking him something which is the intercession that no one can do to you except Allah. And this prophet who is in the grave will not intercede except on the day of judgment after Allah permits him. Who is better than Prophet Muhammad ﷺ? And yet he describes his great intercession for all mankind. He says, I come and reach the throne of Allah and I prostrate under the throne of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I remain in prostration, praising Allah with praises that He will inspire me them until Allah says, O Muhammad, raise your head. Ask and you will be given. Intercede and your intercession will be accepted. You see? Then the Prophet ﷺ describes his intercession for those who have done sins. He says, فَيُحَدُّ لِي حَدًّا فَأَشْفَعُ فِيهِ ثُمَّ يُحَدُّ لِي حَدًّا فَأَشْفَعُ فِيهِ. A limit would be set for me. O Muhammad, you have this limit, those people. Intercede for them. Then another limit would be set for me. O Muhammad, those, intercede for them. It's from Allah only. You see? And Allah has given it to the Prophet or to the pious people or to the martyrs to increase their reward. It's a blessing. It's just a reward that He's giving them. They don't own any intercession. No one can go and intercede for anyone except what Allah tells him, what Allah sets for him. Intercede for those, intercede for him, intercede for those, intercede for those. That's it. You see? That's why Allah says in the Quran, قُلْ لِلَّهِ الشَّفَاعَةُ جَمِيعًا. Say to Allah alone belongs all the intercession. All intercession.
So we have no way of knowing who the pious people are until Allah reveals it to us on Judgment Day.
No.
So
the pious people, brother, Allah described them in the Quran. He said, أَلَا إِنَّ أَوْلِيَاءَ اللَّهِ لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَكَانُوا يَتَّقُونَ. That the friends of Allah, the allies of Allah, which is the saints, okay, have nothing to fear. And then Allah described who are they. He said, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَكَانُوا يَتَّقُونَ. Those who are on the right faith and they are pious in their actions. So we base on what we see. If we see him, a righteous man, a pious man, and he has the right faith in God, then we say he is a saint. And inshallah, you are all amongst those saints. Okay. According to what we see. Okay.
but we don't see everything.
Yeah,
so
we don't see everything.
know.
Right. Now, some of those graves, brother, were digged and donkeys were found in them. What kind of saint is this? Donkey was buried there and the people were told he is a saint. Just to make money out of it.
What does it mean by donkey?
Some thieves wanted to take money from the people. So they dig a grave and bring a dead donkey and throw it inside, bury it, and then they say, oh, a saint was here and we made supplication and our supplication was answered. And they make a big propaganda for it. And ignorance, there are always ignorants who believe everything. And then by time, those who believe in it will become more and more and more and more. And then all of a sudden it becomes a big shrine. Okay.
No, let me ask you, I'm sorry for this. Yeah. So you mean, I mean, is it a taboo that when you put a donkey, you bury a donkey? There is intersection. I mean, the people say, oh no, just
no.
No, that's a bunch of people.
This is for thieves only. Thieves like.
They don't tell them it's a donkey. The thieves don't tell the people it's a donkey. They tell them it's such and such person who was a saint who died.
What I'm trying to say is, you see, when I buy something from you today, and the value for buying the items, I mean, it's not coming. So definitely I will never come back tomorrow. So, but if I buy something from you today, and maybe I have above average, returns on what I purchased from you, definitely I will continue to come back. So that means maybe when they supplicate, the prayer gets answered. Then definitely I will need the interpretation of that. I mean, the magnet that continues to draw them back to the...
Have you heard of Sai Baba? Sai Baba.
He's an Indian.
He's an Indian guy who he proved to the world that he was a reincarnation of the original Sai Baba.
Okay, what is Sai Baba?
The whole thing is logical. If you can set up a series of logical facts, it's like with statistics. You can take the same numbers and prove or disprove anything. It's all in the presentation.
And also, you're going to find, brother, if Allah want to, blind people, He will blind them.
And they want to believe so hard that it's true that their mind makes it true, even though it's not.
That's a big factor. That's a big factor. And also, one other thing is that when someone who is on the wrong faith, who is worshipping other than Allah, but he shows great insistence and sincerity when he supplicates to Allah, Allah will answer his call. Why? Because he is asking something from this life, and this life is worth nothing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see? Those idol worshippers, in severe conditions, they would ask Allah sincerely. They would forget their idols at that time. And Allah will answer them. He will save them from drowning or whatever they are in. Okay? Because they insisted so much. Oh Allah, save us. Oh Allah, save us. Oh Allah, save us. Okay? Now, the grave worshippers, in the most severe conditions, they don't say, oh Allah, save us. No.
When people think they're going to die, they will put up some of the best prayers you will ever hear in your life.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they're safe again, they deny it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that firsthand.
Yeah.
They're going to forget it.
Yeah.
They're going to forget it sincere.
Nah. Okay. And then the saying of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we mentioned the verse in which Allah denies the intercession for those who worship other than Him. And then the verse which approves the intercession, that is only for the believers. And it has two conditions. One is the permission of Allah, and the second is Allah's satisfaction with your deeds. So these are the two conditions for the approved intercession. And then the verse regarding the angels in heavens who do not own to intercede except after Allah permits them and allows them. And then finally the verse where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, say, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, say to those idol worshippers, call upon those whom you are worshipping besides Allah. The fact is that they own not even as much as an atom in heavens or on earth. And this is for anyone who is asked besides Allah. Angel, prophet, saint, whoever. Okay, Allah is telling us clearly, they own nothing. They own nothing for themselves. Okay, how could they own it for you? You see? So don't call upon other than Allah for things which no one but Allah can do for you. And if you do, this is worshipping other than Allah. And it's great shirk which will take you out of Islam. But you can ask the creature something that he can do. He is alive. You tell him, give me this, give me that. This has nothing to do with worship. Okay? Because some people confuse those two things, even though the difference is as clear as sun. And when I tell you, brother, what's your name?
Munir.
Brother Munir, please pass me this, for example. You are able to do it. Okay? But if someone is dead in the grave, I tell him, heal my sick son. Okay? How? You see? I'm asking him something which no one can do but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So this is worshipping him. This call upon him is worshipping him. You see?
So, yeah, Sheikh,
yes.
I know I'm sorry for it.
Right.
It is understood that some people they are gifted in supplication to Allah. I mean, we have different spiritual.
Yeah, you can go to them when they are alive.
Thank you.
This is good. This is beautiful tawassul.
Thank you.
This is called tawassul. Okay? But if someone is dead, you cannot ask him to make dua for you. Because this is shirk, you are worshipping him. Okay? Shirk, great shirk. Okay?
Okay. Now it is okay. Thank you for the clarification of maybe asking you to
Right.
say, Sheikh,
Right.
please supplicate for me for that.
Good, no problem.
So the other aspect of it, apart from asking someone to supplicate, for one is, should in case, apart from supplication, let me say, I know you are saint, and I want to, just like sadaqah, which many people do around.
Yeah.
Some people they do this and buy and some other thing. But if I have my dad and my dad is dead, and I need something from Allah, and I say, oh Allah, let's say
accept, make the reward of this sadaqah for my father.
For my father.
Good.
And the reward of it. Thank you
Good,
very
because
much.
this is your action.
Thank
That's
you very
okay.
much. Thank you.
This is okay.
Thank you.
What we mean is to ask a creature something which no one can do but Allah. Okay? You see? This is what we mean. This is the shirk. But other than that, alhamdulillah, okay. So in this verse, it is very clear that all those who are being called upon besides Allah, they own nothing. They own nothing. And here in this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, as one of the scholars here explains, he says, نَفَى اللَّهُ عَمَّا سِوَاهُ كُلْ مَا يَتَعَلَّقْ بِهِ الْمُشْرِكُونَ. Allah has denied all what the idol worshippers follow of proofs, that they think proofs. He denied that anyone owns anything besides him, or even part of it. We don't own anything. We don't even own partially, okay? Or that any one of us is a helper to Allah or a supporter to Allah. No one is a helper to Allah. No one is a supporter. And then finally, no interceder with Allah. Okay, but after His permission. So intercession was the last thing, and that was the shirk of the idol worshippers. You see, it was not that because they thought that the gods help Allah or support Allah or own something with Allah or own something independently from Allah. It was not any of those three. It was only intercession, that they can intercede without the permission of Allah. Okay? Now the grave worshippers say that we are supplicating to them to intercede for us because they have been given the permission by Allah. How do you know that? How do you know that? You don't know that. You see, they are dead. And in the next life, they will be given the intercession. Not now. Okay.
And there is one thing I need to clarify. I think people in Saudi Arabia, maybe some of the royal family, I think we've heard about some narration where whenever they need everything, it's something, they go to Kaaba to go and make supplication. So what is the interpretation of that?
Go to where? Kaaba?
Yes, to go and make it.
They go
to pray to Allah. Okay, thank you.
The nearness of Kaaba,
Okay.
it's a place in which it is desirable to be there and make dua.
I make dua.
Okay? You can make dua wherever you are.
Okay.
If you have a strong faith in Allah and you are pious person, Allah will answer you. Okay? You don't need to go to Kaaba. But those people think it's better to go there and make dua. It's okay. No problem. The fact that when you are near Kaaba, you feel that you are doing something which pleases Allah by being near Kaaba or by making tawaf or any other worship. So you feel you are nearer to Allah. So you take the opportunity and supplicate and ask Allah. You see, that's okay. You see, you are not asking the intercession of anyone. You are only asking Allah. Okay. Yeah. Same thing in Arafah. In Arafah, when you are in Hajj in Arafah, all you make is dua because you are doing a great worship, which is